Streamer U. Yeah, we're talking about it today. So essentially, right, Kai Cenat does a Streamer U thing. I'm not going to say it's every year because he's only done it for the past 2 years. But 2026, we're back. He's back. He wants to do something new. So Streamer U. Streamer U has been getting a lot of mixed opinions, specifically because of the fact that Streamer University is supposed to be a way that a lot of small creators end up getting spotted. Shout out, more people get into the streaming space, right? Well, like last year, this year wasn't that much different. The only thing is, I don't know if it was less or more than last year, right? But there wasn't that many small creators featured in Streamer University. Now, Streamer University, I can see both sides. Streamer University is advertised or kind of showcased to be this gateway for smaller creators to actually get this really big opportunity to not only make money but to get popular streaming, right? And there were tons, and I mean tons, of people in 3 locations: New York, Chicago, and I don't remember the other one. I don't remember, but I know there was New York because I live there. All right, so people were waiting outside building after building, going to the interview with Kai. Some people made content out of it, some people didn't. Some people genuinely gambled on getting in, right? Lots of people were complaining about the fact that the people that did get in either already had established fan bases or seemed to get priority over others, genuinely just because they were mutuals with Kai. And I understand where they're coming from, right? Because imagine you're a small creator, you don't have much, right? And you're really willing to take a shot. You put your best foot forward. You believe that the interview went well, and all of a sudden you see all these popular creators and not even that many small creators being picked out of the group. That makes sense. I kind of also see the other side, because it's most people come to Streamer U not just to see these small creators, but not gonna lie, they're mostly there to see interactions between already established creators and these small creators. But the gap or the ratio between small to larger creators is pretty big. Aside from that, though, we have different creators genuinely breaking their stuff, crashing out over the fact that they didn't get in, which I'm not gonna say it's understandable to the complete extent, because this is an opportunity that could genuinely change the trajectory of your life, right? But breaking your stuff knowing that you need it the next day is kind of crazy. There's anger, right? There's justifiable anger, and then there's actions based off of anger that aren't necessarily justifiable. Me personally, I'm not the type to break my stuff, at least on purpose, right? All of it, you don't have involuntary reactions when it comes to breaking stuff unless you got PTSD, right? And the chances of you having PTSD over something like Streamer University is kind of low. And no, not even low, just I don't see it, because Streamer University only happened once, right? And you have to be really, really invested, and I'm saying unhealthily invested, for you to even conceive doing something like that for the first time it happened, just to come back the second time just to break something. But whatever. There some and not all of Kai's mutuals made it to Streamer University, which also makes sense, because let me tell you something. Kai knows an insane amount of people. So if Streamer U were to feature these characters, I'm calling them characters because I'm not gonna say they are characters, right? Or they're not real, but more so they're identifiable based off of their unique personalities. But anyway, I mean, they were so invested, it got so bad to the point where a couple people like Talil, Rakai, and a couple randoms were just outside AMP's crib marching, doing a protest, according to them. For what purpose? Because they want to get in. How is that gonna change anything. It got to the point where we saw Agent really get out of his body, pause. Like he was angry, visibly. Like when Agent is a very genuine person, right? So when he's angry, you can clearly tell. He's not the type to sugarcoat stuff. And when he does clip farm, it's kind of obvious, right? I still take everything with a grain of salt because you never know, bro. You never know. But at the same time, it's like Agent crashing out there. I can't pick one. I can't tell if he's being genuine or not, mostly because of like it's the internet, right? But seeing things from his perspective, I'm assuming he is, because they're out late at night marching outside the crib, right? People are trying to like do their own thing, trying to sleep, trying to like literally anything. They're taking out their frustration and whatnot with Streamer U on them, and it's kind of stupid because it's like, why? Number one, you got an issue, you got to take it up with Kai, and at the same time, there are better ways to do things other than protest outside the house late at night. Y'all on the property, or about to be. But I found a video of some guy talking about like his personal experience with Streamer U, like at least the application process. Somebody that has actually applied and did not get in. So we're gonna take a look at this creator and what they have to say. Be sure to follow them if you're interested in what they do.
So results from the Consonant Streamer University thing, I guess, came out last night, and a lot of people are upset that they didn't get in and that there's a lot of big streamers going. But to that, I always say, with things like these, you really should be thinking about 30% getting in and 70% using it for just good viewership. Now, for me, each time that I've applied to Streamer University, I wasn't actually thinking about getting in. I just knew the views would go up. My last one did almost 500,000 views, and it brought me like almost 400 new followers. And out of those new followers, they went to see what I actually do and found out like, oh, my man stayed putting us on new games. And to me, that's the best that I could ask for out the situation. So I'm gonna keep doing what I always do and talk games. So let's talk a game. This is Couch Planes. And Couch Planes is kind of a twist on those old school air racers like Diddy Kong Racing, something like that. Now, the game itself isn't fully out yet, but there is a playtest that you can sign up for right now if you go to couchplanes.firstlook.gg. There you go. It's got multiple ways to play, from just standard races to dog fighting to just straight up free flight, where you can just fly around and just kind of enjoy piloting a plane. You can play single player, there's online PvP, and there's also split screen. If the game looks funny, make sure to add it to your wish list. And remember, not getting into Streamer University is not the end of your content journey. And if you feel like it is, you never were that serious about what you were doing in the first place. Bars.
I like this guy. He has a very positive outlook on things, and I'm glad that he was able to take something away from, doing this whole Streamer U thing. People will build connections on the line. You'll see some other big creators applying, even though they didn't get in, right? They got exposure because they were probably in somebody else's video. People know people who know people, right? And it's really cool. It's really cool. I'm really glad to see that. And that little ad for the piloting game. Now, you guys are aware of it too, because if you enjoy flying and stuff and you're watching this video but you haven't seen this reel, now it's on your page. So it's something, food for thought. In conclusion, whether or not you've applied to Streamer U, what can we take away from this? There's probably a positive somewhere, right? You applied, you showed up, maybe you recorded it, maybe you took some little video, something to show that you were there that year. There's always next year if he decides to do it, right? Probably made friends, built connections, had other places to be, maybe got some money out of it. I know some people were selling their spots on the line. And for those who didn't go, this is just me kind of like commenting on or yapping about what happened with the Streamer University. So the next video will probably drop either Friday, Saturday, Monday, somewhere around there. Anytime between late this week or next week, right? What I'm gonna be doing is kind of like my Itadori video, but instead it's gonna be Blue Lock related. Why? Because the World Cup is going on and I low-key like Blue Lock, so we're gonna talk about it. Deuce.